Honorable Speaker, I rise to support the appointment, or rather the nomination and appointment of David to the position of the Director General of the Competition Authority of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, even as I support his nomination from his vast experience as a good professional who can deliver on the mandate having been vetted by the Finance and National Planning Committee, I must take this opportunity, Honorable Speaker, to speak to David and tell him that he is taking office in a very crucial authority in our country. Honorable Speaker, the Competition Authority has been moribund since its formation. And I want to hope and pray that David Kimani is a man who will make this authority have teeth to bite. Because, Honorable Speaker, we're in a country where corporates like Safaricom want to operate like a monopoly, and they do not desire to have competition from anybody, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was shocked the other day when there was a lot of debate online and across the country from a letter that was done by Safaricom to the Communications Authority on the rollout of Starlink satellite technology in Kenya. Honorable Speaker, as much as Safaricom may have a point in terms of the national security issues and issues touching on traceability of the gadgets and where they are and for what purpose they are being used, but we see corporates like Safaricom and others, Honorable Speaker, who take advantage of their dominance in the market to kill competition in the country. And any economy without competition, Honorable Speaker, people will be taken advantage of. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the case of Starlink, Kenyans today are paying an average of 1,300 per month for data that is quick, is very fast, is easy to access, and you can access it from any corner of the country, irrespective of whether there's a base station or not. Why would anybody, Honorable Speaker, want to derail Kenyans from accessing such technology? Simply because you have invested over the years in base stations. If you have been slow in advancing your technology with changing times in the world, Honorable Speaker, it is not the problem of Kenyans. And this is where the Competition Authority must come in and step in and ensure that no corporate in this country and nobody is able to deny Kenyans the right of choice. Because that is all competition about. Competition is about the right to choice. Kenyans must be able to choose, even with Kenya Power and Lighting Company. We must be able to choose whether we want power connected to our homes by KPLC or by another competitor, Honorable Speaker, who can distribute power from the national grid. It cannot be that since for the last 60 years we have depended on KPLC, and in this day and age where people are even, Honorable Speaker, I saw something online, I think it was in India or Bangladesh, where people are using solar lighting and creating a grid in a village by interconnecting their own solar panels across their village. That is the beauty of technology that we must harness to ensure that we leverage on the innovations of our young people in this country, Honorable Speaker, to make sure that there is competitive trade in our economy, to ensure that at the end of the day, the ordinary Kenyan is able to access either services or products at the cheapest possible cost, whether it is data, whether it is airtime, Honorable Speaker. And as much as I don't like Elon Musk, Honorable Speaker, I saw him promising us that with time we'll be able to make emergency calls for free by converting our cell phones to satellite phones. This is the kind of innovation and technology we want, so that I do not have to pay 3 shillings per minute for airtime that could be free, for heaven's sake. Honorable Speaker, I support this nomination, but I want to ask Mr. David Kimani to make sure that the Competition Authority has teeth to bite and ensure Kenyans get value for their money, and the industry, all industries are competitive. With that, I support.
The MP for Wajir North, the Honorable Sene. Sene. Are you in the House? Because I see your name here.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I have no problem with the nominee offered the opposition as the Director General. David Kibet Kimei is qualified and competent to do the job. However, Mr. Speaker, I have serious concerns on how opportunities are being shared in this country. Mr. Speaker, ethnicity, marginalization, diversity, very important values that are so clear in our constitutions are just on paper, they are not in action. Opportunities has become the preserve of only the major tribes in this country. Mr. Speaker, I'm not a flower girl to sit in this house to always approve names for only few communities, Mr. Speaker. Kenya belongs to 47 tribes. 47 tribes. Day in, day out, we are approving names. I ask, are other Kenyans not competent? Are they not qualified? I'm reminded of the predecessor of this gentleman, David Kibet. One Dr. Adano has been acting for 21 months. 21 months in the same position. That begs many questions. There were so many irregularities in the recruitment of officers in the same office. So my concern, in as much as I approve the appointment of Kibet, Kenya doesn't belong to 2 to 3 or 4 tribes. Kenya belongs to 47 tribes. I don't know when an Ajuran, which is a tribe also in this country, a nominee from that community shall come to the floor of this house and we approve one from that community. There is the monopoly of only appointing people from few tribes. Kenya is one and our unity is manifest in the 47 communities or tribes, Mr. Speaker. In as much as I approve the nominee, I beg for regional balance. I beg for equity. I beg that all Kenyans are treated equally. I beg that Somali is not an ethnic, it's an ethnicity but not a tribe. That the Somali community is a nation of tribes. And many a times we are shrouded and we are being concealed in that name. So my concern is, let Kibet be approved. But let Kenya belong to 47 tribes, not in name but by action. I support, but I am not happy. I am not happy. I am crestfallen in the way in which public service is being just given to few clans, to few tribes, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, I approve. Thank you.
The Honorable Makilap. Makilap. Order,
thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, please consult in law.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Yeah,
protecting me from the leadership here. They are doing loud consultation.
The Honorable Kimani Ichungwah, the Honorable Osoro. I will not mention the lady's name. She's my colleague.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I rise to support David